going to get into what's going on with the collective. Top line is the divine feminine, bottom line is the divine masculine. Okay, so if I sound a little nasally, please forgive me. Uh, School year, a lot of germy kids, you know what that does. So, um, that being said, I have been going through a lot of delays in making this video here. This is about the third attempt. So let's just get right through it. Whatever happens around this video or in this video that's not part of this video, I'm just going to push right through. Okay, sorry, headphone users. Sorry about that. I'm going to be doing that throughout the videos. I'm very, very sorry. So, that being said, let's get into the top line, which is the divine feminine. Uh, we have a focus here on healing the mother wounds, healing your relationship with your mother. Okay, it's high time that you do that. Okay, it's very important to the union. It's very important to you as a future wife and mother. There's somebody that doesn't want me to. They don't like me giving you real solutions to these things for some reason. They don't mind us, whoever's trying to prevent this, they don't really mind me talking about what's going on. They don't want to talk about the solution, right? Because that moves you further in the path and that moves you further along in your reunion. Okay, so let's go into it. Healing money issues, healing security issues, healing foundation issues. Okay, some of you may be living with your mother. Some of you may be seeking to reestablish the connection with your mother. There's something about I call it the cord, okay, the golden cord, okay? Obviously there's the umbilical cord that gets cut when you are, born into this world. But then there is a cord between the mother and the child, especially a mother and a female child, okay? And that's really the focus here, especially on this top line. The divine masculine is dealing with something completely different. It's more similar, but in a different way. A lot of you may be dealing with your security, how safe you feel in this world. So you got to work on that root chakra, okay? Wear a lot of red. Eat a lot of red foods like tomatoes, okay? Strawberries, okay? Just incorporate a lot of red foods into your diet, and journal everything that you're feeling, okay? Because you really have to heal that mother wound if any of you have it, okay? So, we have the Page of Wands here. And the Page of Wands is attempting to make that connection, attempting to understand your mother as a fellow woman, okay? And this comes out again with the Queen of Cups and the Empress card, okay? Both very, very motherly energy cards, okay? So what does this mean? You may have a water sign mom, okay? What I'm getting here is do something that, I want to say this the correct way. Do something that can connect you guys as women, as opposed to there being a hierarchy of her being the mother, you being the daughter, right? Positions, right? Roles. So, take her out for tea or something or coffee, okay? And try to connect with her as a woman as opposed to, because I feel like a lot of you may be still feeling like she sees you as a child and not as a woman, okay? So there's an emphasis on that, right? Having a weekly ritual or a bi-weekly ritual of just meeting for coffee can really do wonders and connecting as women as opposed to mother and daughter. But there is that focus there on this umbilical cord energy that links you as and strengthens your mother-daughter bond, okay, through bonding as women, okay? All right. There may be a mother in your life, okay, that is finding it very hard to see you as a woman, a grown woman, and refuses to let go of that uh, mother to a small child energy, okay? There's a real emphasis here on forgiveness on both parts, okay? This is going to make you very aware of her as a grown woman, and also it's going to help you appreciate her as a woman. The things that she told you growing up, you'll understand when you're grown up, yeah, now you do. Now you understand. Now you get it, right? Again, this is not to replace therapist's advice, okay? Uh, these are suggestions. Always go to your therapist to, this is, again, not to replace the advice of a professional therapist, okay? This is spiritual, right? That's meant to be a complement to the mental, okay? We should always be taking charge of our mental health, okay? So just keep that in mind, okay? It's not to replace, okay? It's to support, okay? Alrighty, so, again, there's an emphasis here on security, financial, okay? You may have grown up a little poor, right? And you had to forgive your mother for, not being able to give you everything that you wanted as a child, okay? Um, you may, as an adult, kind of be overly ambitious. There's ambitious and then there's overly ambitious, overly competitive, and you have to heal that wound in order to heal that deficit you feel or may feel that may have been caused by not being able to get everything, and you had to watch your friends get the newest things and all the time, and you didn't grow up as financially secure as your friends' parents were, okay? You don't know what was going on in behind the scenes, behind closed doors, okay? People don't present the worst sides of them when they're talking to other people, especially on the internet, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, we switch gears here, right? To the divine masculine, okay? So this is in reference to wherever there is water in your divine masculine's chart, okay? He may have a father wound that he has to clear through and work through, okay? He may still harbor a lot of resentment, especially if his dad was not in his life, okay? Uh, this still plagues him as an adult, okay? Because, it's very formative, if that's a word, okay? A young boy needs his father, okay? So I'm getting, in this respect here, that he goes back in his mind a lot, and sometimes he has dreams about that, and wishing that the relationship with his father could have been different, right? And there is that wound. You have to extend some compassion to your divine masculine, okay? Right now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. You're not the priority right now. His healing is the priority right now, okay? Yes, your end game. Yes, you are the goal. Yes, you are the destination. But right now, he has far more pressing things with his own psyche and his own healing to attend to, okay? And I'm being told to say this. You would be a distraction to him right now. This is why we're separated from our people, because we would be distractions to their healing right now because of the time that it has taken right now. That sexual tension, that sexual energy is so high that you would be a distraction. He would be a distraction to you. You would be a distraction to him sexually. And it would halt the healing process because it would be focused on carnal things. Okay. Right now, there's a very, very big, deep dive into purging out everything that doesn't need to be in the union. Okay. And you're going to have to practice patience. I'm very sorry for you, but if you're not patient, then this is not the journey for you. It's not. Okay, if you're not one of those patient people, I've been waiting 16 years for mine, so I can wait a little longer. I mean, it's waiting is kind of a thing for me now, you know? So he has to be healed to the point where he can approach you right now. Right now, you would be a sexual distraction to him. I hope this is understandable. I hope that you guys can accept that, and let your masculine do what he needs to do on his own, because you would be a tempting distraction that, he can't be concentrating on carnal things right now. He's removed every carnal temptation out of his life. The karmics, the what I'm being told right now. Hold on a second. I gotta pause this because again, I got a cold and I gotta take care of it. Hold on. All right, let me focus again, guys. Okay, so sorry about that. Cold and flu season. That's how it goes. Anyway, so as we were talking about before, you would be a distraction. So he would be a distraction to you, you would be a distraction to him, and it would be a very carnal distraction. Right now, he's doing a deep dive into whatever has been kind of like in the back of his head. Some of the divine masculines, I would say most of them actually, to be honest with you, are seeking therapy, which is great, okay? But in the middle of that therapy, there's going to be a lot of tears shed, okay? There's going to be a lot of release. This right here, as he's talking with his therapist about everything that he needs to talk about, when you go through something during the day, your brain replays it at night through dreams. So he may replay what he talked about in the therapist chair during that session, okay? Like it'll replay during the night, right? And the thing to remember here, you have to pray over your masculine. Please pray over your masculine, ladies, please. If you haven't been doing so, please do it. They can feel you praying over them. They can feel the energy, that loving energy of you praying over them, okay? You got to remember, Jesus is at the center of this, okay? And I'm not approaching this from a religious standpoint, okay? He's the lifeblood and the pumping heart of this entire thing, okay? So if you haven't been praying up until now, I think it's a high time to do it, okay? He needs your spiritual help. And I'm not talking about, you can light a white candle for him and, and say, this is, just for peace, give him peace, right? But no attempts at changing the energies, okay? The best thing you can do right now that doesn't require any money being spent from you or, God knows how to do this, okay? He knows how to speak to each one of his children. He doesn't speak to you the same way that he speaks to the masculine, okay? He doesn't speak to the feminines the same way he speaks to the masculines, okay? It's a different energy, a different way of speaking. Okay, he's very gentle with us. He can be firm with us too, as ladies, but he's even firmer with the gentleman. Okay, so pray over your masculine. It's the best thing you can do for him. You know, in light of being separated physically from him and you can't be there to rub his back, this is the best thing you can do for him. Okay, so make it a habit to keep him in your prayers every night. I'm sure a lot of you already do that, but continue to do so. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I'm not feeling the best, but let's get through this. No matter what, though, no matter what he's going through here, that's, at night. When he wakes up in the morning, you're still the first thing on his mind. You're still the end game. You're still the goal. Okay? He has every intention of getting to you. He just got to, and I'm hearing his words, I got to clear out my own shit. I got to clear out my own shit. If I'm have you in front of me, you're going to be a pleasant, sexy distraction, but you're going to be a distraction to my healing. I can't be carnal with you right now. I can't be physical with you right now because it's going to detract from my healing. It is, guys. Okay, so just, right now this is a deep spiritual thing that we're both going through, both the men and the women in this thing, okay? You're still end game, you're still goal, you're still the finish line, okay? But once everything is done, it's done. This requires him to, and it's painful because a lot of the cutting out has to be family. A lot of the cutting out has to be friends that he's had memories with. So he's really, this is not easy for him because these people that he thought he could trust, that stabbed him in the back, he had ha ha memories with, okay? Good memories with. But that was all to keep him in, so they could stay siphoning off of him, right? Here, have a beer. Here, have a little weed. Here, have this. Here, have that, right? And it kept him there. These people studied him to know what his weaknesses were. And they used those vices to keep him there. Okay? At the end of the day, this therapy that he's going to, it was a long time coming. And he might be seeing a relationship coach too. I just heard relationship coach. So there might be a couple of services that he's getting, right? Like he might be seeing a therapist on Thursdays and on Tuesdays he goes to see the relationship coach. Okay, because he wants this to be better than what he grew up with, better than what he was surrounded by, better than what the repeated divorces and in and out people out of his friends' lives. He didn't see around him examples of a mature, long-lasting relationship, right? So he wants to surround himself with that now. It's like, if you're not, haven't been married for some odd years, and you're not happy and you're not doing things the traditional way, yet he's very traditional, by the way, this man. Okay? Very traditional. So if you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? He's very traditional and he's seeking traditional, successful relationship examples to kind of, I wouldn't say mimic, but have like a good foundation with which to make his own relationship with you. But right now, you would be a sexy distraction he cannot afford to have. Okay? This is nothing personal against you. It's just, you're that sexy that he is going to be distracted from his healing if he needs to be carnal with you, and he's a man, okay, with a lot of testosterone, and he's going to really, really be distracted in his healing if he has your beautiful body in front of him, right? So, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going off the tangent there. Sorry. Let me get back in frame here. Hold on just a second, guys. So whenever I have to put this back here, I have to get back in focus. Here we go. But notice what the ultimate goal is here. Four of Wands, which is 1111, which is twin flame, which is you and him together, married. He doesn't know how it's going to happen. He doesn't know. He has his plans. And part of this whole thing here is that when he has a plan and it doesn't go according to plan, because we're all watching each other. Okay. We're all watching each other. And you're watching him. He's watching you. The karmics are watching the both of you. God's watching everybody. Everybody's watching somebody, right? So when he does something and he has a plan and it doesn't work out, it brings him back to this. Because he knows, he's aware of how long this has been. And it annoys him too. He wants to be in your arms, but he doesn't want to be the way that he was with everything that was going on in his head and everything. He wants to clear all that out so that it's completely free and clear so that he can just focus on this. Okay? And marriage is on this man's mind. Okay? There's no, shacking up and the living in sin thing. No, there's none of that. No. Carry you over his threshold and just traditional. So if you don't want traditional, okay, because you feel it's antiquated, then I don't know what to tell you. Because this man is very traditional right across the board. I know mine is. Okay? Very, very traditional. Traditional roles. So if you don't want the traditional roles, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Sure, there's going to be some modern stuff in there, but yeah, he's very traditional. And I'm going to tell you this. A lot of karmics that I read on in these readings, a lot of them realized that they weren't twins when they realized just how traditional this thing is. When they realized just how traditional the roles are. Okay? Twin flames by its very nature is very traditional because it comes from God. It's traditional. Okay? So if you're not into traditional roles, at least a little bit, then, this is where I feel like a lot of the karmics, when they were on this thing and they felt that they were twin flames and they find out that they weren't, because it requires you to be, very, very traditional somewhat, then they decided, twin flames don't exist. It's bullshit. It's this, that, and the other thing. It's kind of convenient, don't you think? That when you have to be a traditional woman, you have to be a Proverbs 31 woman, that now all of a sudden twin flames are bullshit, right? Really? So it wasn't bullshit when you were, doing readings and everything and this, that, and the other thing. And, and a lot of them were tarot readers and they were collecting money for readings and everything. It was so convenient until you found out that you got to be traditional, or at least respect traditional values. Then all of a sudden, twin flames don't exist. Twin flames are bullshit, right? How convenient. So, continuing on with this, as I said before, this is going to require him to cut off a lot of people that he has history with, that he's had so many memories with, that he's seen, his friends' kids grow up. There's a lot of this that he has to process. A lot of it. Like, damn, all of the drinking that I did with you, all of the smoking I did with you, all of the things that I did with you, all of this, I got to let all of this go, all of the memories go. And it's a process for the divine masculine. Okay, sorry, this is because I'm kind of like looking out the window as I talk here. So it kind of like goes off to the sides. I'm so sorry. uh, and, he has to process this. And, how long would it take for you to process this? Show him some mercy, show him some grace. How long is it going to take you to have to let go of things that you need to let go of, that you've had all your life? It's not an easy process for you, is it? So how do we expect it to be so quick for him? Okay? We can't expect it to be so quick for him. Okay? So that being said, this is the full video is going to be here on YouTube, and I'll try to break this up into 3 parts. I'll do the best I can with that, but yeah. So just keep this in mind, guys. You're a distraction to him right now that he can't afford to have. Okay, and that's not nothing negative. Okay. But you're a distraction to him right now. So this is why if you're feeling like he's avoiding you, he's not avoiding you. He's avoiding temptation. Okay. Because he needs to heal. Okay. You don't know what he's been talking about between him and God. Okay. You don't know what God told him to do. Okay. And if that requires him to be separated from you for a little bit, it requires him for him to be separated from you for a little bit. And you're going to have to just accept it. Like, do you want your man healed, or do you, is your sexy time more important than his healing? Right? That's what you got to ask yourself. Okay. Is you, being able to get him in that lover's bed, more important than his healing? Right? Think about that. Okay. It's not just about you anymore. Okay, it's about the both of you and that third energy you're bringing in. Okay, so you got to make some sacrifices. All right. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I told you it was going to be a deep dive, so take your snorkel, as it usually is with these readings. So, that being said, take care. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow from wherever this is being played, because I'm going to have this on YouTube and on TikTok as well. And I'm going to put a snippet on my Instagram as well. So wherever you're finding this, follow me for more content, and I appreciate it. Books will be open soon. I'm not open for books right now as of late, but I do accept tips and donations if you should feel called to do so. My information is in my bio, and I appreciate it as always, and share the wealth of information that's here, and I'll take care. And you do as well. And God bless.